Let's talk about XEEN CF. My name is Albin Sjöberg and I'm a DOP and filmmaker from Gothenburg. When I started out as a filmmaker, I had saved up to buy my first home camera. It was the Sony A7S Mark II. And with that I had a size 24-70 with an aperture of 4.0. And by all means, that was a great lens and I made lots of work on it. I made short corporate gigs and inserts for television. And it looked fine, but for me, I felt that there was always something missing. So that's when I turned to XEEN. And I stumbled upon this lens, the XEEN Classic 50mm. This lens became my favorite for the coming 5 or 6 years. I shot just about every gig on that lens. Look how smooth that is after all these years, with almost no maintenance. Sorry about that. So what XEEN did was they took the XEEN Classic and they made it into this, the XEEN CF. For me, as a single operator, things like ergonomics are really important. And you can't really talk about the XEEN CFs without addressing its lightweight and its compact form. The thing is, when it's on your shoulder, it's almost like the camera and the lenses find some kind of harmony. And unlike other cinema lenses, it doesn't make the camera front heavy, which in the end, I guess, results in less fatigue. And you can go on working for more hours than you could with some other brand. Don't tell my clients that. Here in Scandinavia, this time of year, we don't have that many hours of daylight. I wouldn't actually call it daylight, more like shades of darkness. Anyhow, I think for me, as a Sony shooter, the best thing about the XEEN CF is actually the combo between the XEEN CF and the Sony FX9. I can go on shooting hours after the daylight is gone. I can just bump up my ISO to 4000 and open these babies wide open. I don't think that XEEN ever advertised these lenses as splash-proof or waterproof or weather-resistant or anything like that. But for my kind of work, it's something that my gear is constantly exposed to. For the last shoots, we've had salt water splash at the lens, we've had rain come down at the lens, we've been in dusty old sheds. And the thing with the XEEN CFs is you just wipe them off and you're ready to go. They are true workhorses. As a DOP, I've shot with many brands of cinema lenses, but the thing I really like about the XEEN CF is it has the sharpness of a modern lens, but the characteristics of a vintage lens. And having shot with lenses like rehoused Helios lenses from the Soviet era, I really like that softness and that cinematic look that that kind of lens has. What I think XEEN has done here is they have found kind of a sweet spot where they've made great quality cinema glass available to those who couldn't afford a $20,000 lens. That's a great thing.